I've done so many awkward Instagram interviews that I'm like, I got to try something different.
Yeah, you mean like an artist who brings their own drum machine?
Pretty much.
So I somebody paid me to Zoom bomb.
Oh, really?
To Zoom bomb their wife's 40th birthday. It was actually really adorable. He was like, my wife is so depressed. She's been like wanting to go to all she has wanted to do is go to fucking Belize with her friends for her 40th birthday for like 6 months.
Yeah. And hey, we're live on Instagram right now, by the way.
Oh, hi. Hello. Hi.
Just to let you know. So you can keep telling the story. I just didn't want to.
Yeah. So basically he was like, this is all she's wanted to do. And now she can't do it. Like, I'm just trying to do, like, make her birthday special. And I was like, all right, man. Well, yeah, I'll Zoom bomb your wife's 40th birthday party. And like expecting it to be like, you know, your average dink yuppie affair, just like people sipping beers around like their computer screens on a Tuesday afternoon. It was like everyone was dressed up like an insane clown posse member. And they were like, I like get on there and like instead of being like, oh hey, they were like just freaking out. And it was awesome. It was really sweet. She had a good time. Yada, yada, yada. Anyway, it was really adorable. The guy worked in audio. So he called me ahead of time and talked me through like making the Zoom better. And
Okay.
I guess Zoom has this like built-in compression thing on it that kind of makes music sound like shit. So if it's too loud, you just won't hear it. But if it's a little softer, you can hear it better.
Yeah, I can hear that softness. I'll have to work on that with my Zoom because I did an interview with Aaron Bruno from AWOL Nation on Monday, and halfway through the song, the internet freezes and he's just looking at me. And I had, the Instagram pointed at the 101X logo, so it wasn't like my goofy face in the middle of it. And then suddenly I just see him staring at me. So I like turned the camera back on me and I'm like, all right. And then suddenly it unfreezes and he's like, dude, I was just in the middle of the bridge. I'm very embarrassed right now. And I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a learning curve with all this weird internet stay away from people kind of thing. But how have you been handling it, Walker Lukens?
Well, one thing that has been crazy in my world is that I usually share this space I'm in right now with a bunch of musicians.
Yeah.
None of them are quarantining here, so it's like just me.
Okay.
And so while I'm not able to go out and play shows, I can totally work in the studio. So I honestly feel like I'm in music study hall all the time because it's just me and I'm like, I'm really ADD. But it's been good. I've been making a lot of music, and you inspired me with this happy hour idea to bring my martini kit to work today.
I love it.
Here I am making a martini at 4:20 on a fucking Friday. It's good stuff.
As we should. When you're done with that, let me know so we can cheers. I just I found a bottle of alcohol we have from, I guess, tailgate in a closet while I was looking for an HDMI cord. So that's what I'm sipping on. A little bit of Jack Daniels.
I love that.
Yeah.
Let me get my ice from the freezer. Hang on.
Oh, okay. I'll be here to entertain and let everyone know. In the meantime, I guess I should get the Instagram pointed at me too. That Walker Lukens will be doing a performance this Sunday as a part of Homegrown Live, along with Mohawk, Do 512 on 101X's Facebook, Homegrown Live's Facebook, Mohawk, Do 512, all that stuff. So we're going to have a fun little collaborative performance there. Yay! Wait, did you just hit the drum pad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it. There we go.
You can't hear it?
Now I can. I got to figure out these compression settings because it's been wonky.
You know, I have to tell people that I am live streaming is all my people can do right now to
Yeah.
work. I'm not super into it. So I've been working really hard to make this live stream interesting. I want you to know that there's going to be 3 cameras filming 3 separate things. We're building a set.
Really?
Oh yeah, we're
That's
going.
awesome.
I'm like actually gotten really excited about it in the last couple of days. Besides, you know, playing music and watching my dog lick himself, I think it's actually going to be.
Speaking of dogs licking themselves, I got Mr. President here with his wonky legs. He's been nonstop licking.
Oh man, does he do okay in the studio?
He does really good. My other dog Pickle doesn't. Pete just destroys toys and throws them around, and as you can see, he's like part bat, part poodle, part chihuahua. He's a little homunculi of an animal, but he's been jumping on me and licking himself and being weird right now. And his breath smells like a porta potty ACL fest, so it's making me miss music festivals.
Aww.
Yeah.
Pickle. Well, okay.
So, besides obviously getting to play music during quarantine, I have some interview things.
Oh, sorry.
The last album, and you're not just a great musician, but also an incredible performer, a creative, a funny visual weirdo.
Thank you.
And I say that even though we both set up cameras, knowing how to work cameras in the window with lights behind us. But maybe we're being artistic with that. Maybe we're doing like the sun with it. You know, it's a whole thing. So on the last album, you teamed with Jim Eno, and you were doing these Instagram videos that I absolutely loved, where you were essentially kind of explaining the process of each little song. And Jim Eno was like, yeah, we kind of slowed this down here. We did this with the drums. Tell me about that, and tell me about how you came to meet the legendary producer and Spoon founding member Jim Eno.
Can I tell you something before I answer your question?
Yeah.
After we get off our happy hour, cheers, by the way.
Cheers.
I'm gonna do the same exact thing with Jim. We're gonna just drink on Zoom.
Oh, really? I love that. Can you introduce me to him? Because I write songs about quarantine sex and pooping during quarantine, and they rhyme and they're pretty good, but I feel like I need a producer or someone that knows how to make music. So I would just give me his phone number and I'll text him my lyrics every day, and maybe I could work out something.
I'm a little more hard up for cash than Jim is, so maybe you should just hire me as your producer.
Oh, I didn't say there was any money involved. I work in radio. I'm hard up for cash too. I'm still waiting on my stimulus check.
Are you really?
Yeah, have you got yours?
Yeah, I finally got my stimulus check.
I owe the federal government a lot of money, so I'm wondering if they're like putting me for last, or who knows.
I'll just go ahead and tell you that's what's happening, my friend.
Probably.
They are putting people who owe them at the very back of that line.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's fucked up.
I got some more questions that we kind of wrote down.
Sorry, I can answer your question, by the way.
Yeah. Go back to it. Tell me about Jim Eno, meeting him.
I got excited about talking to you about drinking. So that was those videos. We made those videos because we spent so much time making that album. So we should just show people these little details. It's easy to miss that stuff. And when I was a kid, that was my thing. I loved that. I loved finding out those sort of stories. Like I had this book about the Beatles called Hard Day's Right, and took every single song and it gave you a little story about it, whether what it was about, what was going on in the studio, what was going on between the band at that moment. It was like my absolute favorite book. And so I was like, in my own tiny, I'm not the Beatles way, I just thought it would be awesome to give people those details for the kinds of music fans who care. Some people, they don't really care, but other people, they love hearing those little stories behind the stories.
I don't know. I thought it was awesome. I liked hearing those stories and seeing like the visual thing, because I get the feeling that a lot of artists don't want to explain the secret of the production behind it. But it was just neat hearing both of you kind of talk, because I think there were a couple of songs in there I loved. One of them is You Take the Dog. And when y'all were just talking about the way like he didn't like the drum thing and y'all fixed it, and just, I mean, I'm not remembering exactly how it went, but it was just so cool. And y'all would release one of those like every week or something like that. And it was just awesome to watch.
Thank you. To answer your other question, I met Jim in the now Cheer Up Charlie's bathroom. It was then Club DeVille. My friend knew him and was like, "Hey, I'm sitting with Jim Eno at this bar. He's saying he wants an Austin band to work with because he's about to get really busy, so he can't figure out how to work with someone who lives out of town. So yeah." She's like, "You should come over here." And so I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to go over there." And I go over to Club DeVille.
Yeah, I remember Club DeVille. I was trying to think of the name of it. Right next to the Mohawk with the big rock.
Yeah. I mean, I think Chirps is 100 times better. But I was and I see my friend, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know where he is." I was like, "I'm going to go to the bathroom." And I go to the bathroom, and he's peeing right next to me. So I said hi. I don't remember if I said hi before or after he washed his hands.
Well, now we all know, wash your hands before saying hi.
That's true. That is a good happy hour lesson.
Unequivocally. Cheers.
Cheers. Boom.
So y'all started collaborating together.
Yeah. And now we do. I haven't worked on any of my own. I haven't done anything since Adult with Jim, but we do the Song Confessional together, which is this project I have where
another cool thing you do of all the cool things you do.
Thank you. Well, so we get people to tell us stories anonymously, and then we give the stories to bands who write and record songs. And Jim records most of the bands. So we are actually not just drinking in 15 minutes. We're going to talk about which bands, because we're doing all these quarantine stories. So people have been telling us about how freaking bad they've been behaving over the last the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's wild too, because like everybody has the same rationale. They're like, "Yeah, it's bad, but
what am I supposed to do?"
Yeah, literally, that's like as far as they get with it. Yeah. Yeah.
I got some listener questions here.
Cool.
The first one that came in from a listener is, so you're talking with Jim Eno later. We would love to follow you on that stream, but will you please ask him about CJ's poop songs and where he can send his lyrics to? So I guess it's just not a question. It's more of a direction. The next question, who has more chest hair, you or Walker? We've seen a tease of both.
What do you got? I feel like, in the pale moonlight. I don't know, dude. I think you might have me beat.
I feel like we're both pretty. This might have to be something we save for the future when we can actually hang out again. Have better lighting.
I have a fun metric. So just when you look at the chest hair to the beard, how's that going? Are they about to meet?
So it stops here. And I usually trim up here, but this is a no zone. Like I don't grow. Like I do have a no man's land. The French are here. The Germans are here. There's a no man's land that no hair crosses.
This is the Western Front.
Yeah.
I could do a whole World War I metaphor here, but they're meeting, and it's.
Don't let me tell you about the Ostfront. The Russians back here are coming in quick. It doesn't stop. Next question coming in from listeners. I heard a band rumor there might be a love connection amongst some members. Walker, can you tell us about this?
Well, yeah, I would love to know which one they think I live with. And
I guess we'll have to find out on Sunday.
We'll have to find out on Sunday. I think it was.
When you're performing with Homegrown, Mohawk Do 512 also partners, correct?
Yeah, 7 p.m. I promise you, you can look in my living room. Well, sort of. We're dressing it up. It's going to be crazy. But
Yeah.
we have 3 cameras in 3 different locations around the country. My live stream will be unlike any live stream you've ever seen. It's going to be nuts. And if you get bored of staring at me and Mickey Rose, you can literally go to other parts of the world. It's going to be very cool. Trust me.
I'm excited about it. So we're doing it this Sunday, and 101X and everyone will be involved. Also, just want you to know, like, a lot of radio people are like good at interviews and they don't need notes. And I just want to show you that I wasn't looking at notes for my interview, but I was actually drawing a photo of us.
Aww. Well, who has more chest hair in the photo?
To be determined, Walker. To be determined. All right, friend. Good chatting with you. Thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it.
And I hope I see you on Sunday.
You will be. You will be.
Take it easy, man. Bye, y'all.
Right. Take care later.